Hey everybody, welcome to the Art of Divination's weekly podcast. Tonight it's going to be Robyn and I. I am in talks with people about the future podcast for the rest of this month. But tonight we're going to be talking about Mercury retrograde, everything you need to know about it. But we'll get to that in a few minutes. So first of all, this is our first podcast in our new location. So we're getting used to the setup and the dynamic, but some things haven't changed. We still have our little fairy overseeing us. Yeah. And I don't know what the sound's going to be like because with these high ceilings, it's very echoey without other noise on.
They are quite higher.
They are.
Yeah.
So our tech guy will tell us if it's too echoey on the microphone or maybe somebody watching can tell us.
Yes.
Don't forget, the number is picked. My husband phoned this week. God love him.
Yeah.
He's worked so hard to get the store set up, shopping and everything.
Oh, wow.
So he picked the number.
Oh, good.
For the reading tonight.
Good.
So, it's between 1 and 50. So, excuse me. Still getting over that cold. The mental health peer-to-peer support group is meeting now.
Yeah, 6 to 8.
6 to 8.
Evenings, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And Roots for Youth is always looking for any kind of help that they can get, including your time. But we also have another one. In the store, we have this huge whiteboard. We put up the therapeutic touch schedule. We put up the podcast schedule, the community night, the workshop, and also my new favorite, Earth Arc. So they have an open house every Sunday between 1 and 4 p.m. where you can go out and just see the horses and animals and stuff like that. And they're having a prize bingo April 29th, 1 to 4 p.m. at the Eureka Fire Hall. So if people like bingo and like winning, that would be something you definitely might want to check out, but it really is to a good cause.
Oh, well.
Have you looked into Earth Arc?
No, I haven't.
Well, it's an older lady who runs the place by herself on a shoestring budget.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So any help we can give, I'm sure, is more than appreciated. I noticed when I shared her bingo, she liked the page. Her Facebook page liked the page.
Yeah.
So it's nice to think that you're helping build our community.
Exactly. So, and the bingo is on April the 29th, 1 to 4?
Yep.
Okay.
And so we've seen a lot of faces yesterday and today.
Oh.
And everybody seems to love the new store.
Yeah, it's just got such a nice feel to it, a really nice feel to it. All kinds of new merchandise. You have to come in and take a look.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
Lots of surprises.
Which reminds me, this is one of our new products. It's local. It's hand-drawn. The man who does this, he draws it and paints it and everything himself. And there's a blurb on the back. And I don't have my old lady glasses, so I'm just going to let Robyn read that or ask her to.
Oh, okay. The artist is Ernie O'Coin. He began a discovery process through yoga that went far beyond the mat, and he fell in love with drawing these mandalas, a form of yoga called yantra yoga. And it's not only for their beauty, but it just opens up a sense of peace and calm. And so he just found, being in the moment, he found peace with doing these. And they are very attractive. Very attractive.
So we've got quite a few of those in, and of course, always take them one, which reminds me, Carl, you go to my phone, and I think through my email, I forgot to let him know that we were going to feature them tonight.
Oh, okay.
But we'll feature them tomorrow again, too.
Yes.
And I don't know if anybody remembers Michelle Greenwell. You remember her?
Yes.
The movement?
She was here, about 3 or 4 weeks ago now?
Yeah. February, I think it was. So we featured her on a podcast. She actually did some work with my Achilles that night because I ended up hurting it.
Exactly.
And she told us about the book she had published.
Yes.
So now we have the books in the store. We're carrying them. My husband, when he was sitting here, he was looking at them. And on the back, there's all the links to Michelle's stuff. And also, somewhere in here, there's what you need to go on and do this online.
Jackie Watson says, hi, Carrie and Robyn.
Hey, Mom, how are you? It's nice to see you watching. Mom, how is the sound? Because it's echoing so much in here. We're curious to know how is the sound. But anyways, yeah, we have Michelle's book here. You can use them like a workbook.
Oh, okay.
And so he's a truck driver, right?
Yes.
And we all know truck drivers' postures are terrible.
Exactly.
And he doesn't get to move a lot because he spends, over 13 hours
how many hours?
driving.
Yeah.
And so he was really interested in this to help with his back and his hips.
Oh, well, good.
So I think I might end up buying him one.
Yeah.
So we do have Michelle's books here if anybody is interested in them. So, of course, I'm really sorry, my throat's really dry.
Jennifer Gillis says sound is great.
Oh, thank you,
good.
Jennifer. Thank you for letting us know. And hi, it's nice to see you joining us. And don't forget, everybody, we welcome your comments and questions or even just saying hi. We just love knowing that people are enjoying this. So I guess the last thing I'm going to mention for now, and then we'll get into it, is like and share. Our likes are going up. We're almost at 380.
Oh, wow.
So 20-some likes on the Facebook page, and we will be drawn for that gift basket. And also with all the new merchandise, I've kept a couple of the prizes in that basket.
Oh, good.
I have, so it's
great.
Truly going to be a nice little prize.
It'll be a really nice gift.
So if we can continue and get to the 400, that would be fantastic.
Tell your friends.
So Robyn, Mercury retrograde. I'm going to start here for one quick minute.
Janice Quinn says hi, Carrie and Robyn, and Crystal says hi, all you lovelies.
Hey, Crystal. Hey, Janice.
Hi, guys.
We're so happy you guys joined us tonight. It's kind of a special one, our first one in the new location.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go to the new location. I know I'm all about it right now, but it's exciting. But when Robyn found out I was getting a new location during Mercury retrograde,
I wasn't.
she is for whatever you do, Carrie.
Don't sign
the lease. At first, she's like, don't open till the 20th. Don't open till the... And I'm like, I can't lose that much time.
Well, exactly.
And then she's like, just don't sign the lease.
Don't sign it. Not for a bit.
I mentioned to my landlord. He gave me a strange look because he doesn't understand Mercury retrograde. But I haven't signed the lease yet, so you'll be happy to know I haven't done myself.
I'll be ephemeris, and I'll just say, okay, you know what, wait a couple more days, there, sign.
So, but yeah, he's like,
yeah,
why? I'm like, Mercury's on retrograde. And he's like,
okay. So, okay, we'll leave it at that.
But he's a wonderful landlord. Yeah. He really is. I sent him home with a bunch of treats today. It's funny. So many people are amazing. They brought so many sweets and treats and everything yesterday. And somebody brought pineapple squares.
Oh, yes.
And I love pineapple. I didn't know they were pineapple squares, but I'm really allergic to them. And I'm going to blame this on Mercury retrograde too. So I took one of these beautiful looking squares, had a great big bite of it, and then my tongue started swelling. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to kill myself on the day I open.
This is not good.
So I'm going to blame that on Mercury too.
Yeah. Well, miscommunication, not being aware.
And it's funny, I was talking today about the cards brought it up, being careful in communicating with people.
Exactly.
Express yourself carefully. Take the extra 2 minutes to think about what
you're saying and how you're saying it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
So why don't you tell us the whole deal about this? And of course, questions and comments. Questions.
Oh, for sure.
That's what it's about, getting the information.
Well, Mercury retrograde usually takes place about 3 times a year.
Every year?
Every year. Sorry, guys. It's the way it is.
I think ignorance is bliss.
Right now, March the 22nd to April the 15th, Mercury is retrograde in a fire sign, Aries.
What exactly is retrograde?
Retrograde, it's almost like it appears to go backwards, but what it is it's just kind of stopping, or I don't know, like I say, looking to go backwards, but in reality, it's not really backing up. It's just other things are moving ahead. But
okay.
We got a comment.
Darlene Gordon says hi, Carrie and Robyn.
Hey, Darlene, how are you? It's so nice for you to join us.
But so anyway, this happens about 3 times a year. We're just about through with this one, April the 15th. It'll be then again on July the 26th to August the 18th. It's roughly about 21, 23 days.
At least it's after my birthday.
Well, there. And then again, November the 17th to December the 6th. So either do your Christmas shopping for your electronics early or wait until about the middle of December.
But Mercury retrograde is not all bad.
No.
You told me something that resonated with me.
Well, sometimes, like if you're looking for a new job and say you've had a history with I don't know, you've had a history working with, I don't know, Walmart. You worked for them years back, and now you're looking for a new job. Well, guess what? You know that they're hiring at Walmart or whatever. That's okay, because you've got that history with them. So it's kind of like a do-over. Do-overs are fine, and really that's what Mercury retrograde is about. It's telling you to slow down, take a look at what you're signing, what you're doing, and then proceed.
That's what resonated. The do-over.
Yeah.
Doing it right this time.
Exactly. Because like when Mercury is retrograde, it just seems people will pop in at the most unexpected times. Happens to me today. You'll be left a voice message. Well, guess what? You might not get that voice message for 3 more days. And no fault of your own, but just little things like that. So it is.
You said it's in Aries this time. It wasn't in Aries last time.
No, I forget what it was last time.
But how does that change it? What sign it's in?
Judy Russell says sorry.
Oh, no worries, Judy. No worries. I should have asked. I know better. And it's nice to see you joining us, Judy. Judy was here yesterday. What a magnificent lady.
Oh, yeah.
And what a great baker.
Oh, for sure. Okay, if Mercury is retrograde in a fire element, it's very creative, and whatever your problems are, like you have to go after them with courage and conviction. But if it's an earth sign, whatever your problems are, you're going to have to look for a practical solution for it. Like think earthy. Earthy is very, like Virgo, is very analytical. Okay, try and figure out an easier way to get through them. And if it's an air sign, then it's going to be highway communication anyway. And if it's a water sign, that's all about intuition. So then you just get a gut feeling on how to fix things. So that's what the difference is. Now, when we have the retrograde in July, August, it'll be in Leo, another fire sign. And it seems to be a run this year. And then on November the 17th to December the 6th, in a fire sign, Sagittarius. But at the end of it, it will go back to Scorpio, which is a water sign. Oh. So those last few days, it'll be more intuitive. But whereas the first half of it, it'll be Sagittarius, and that's fire sign. Whatever you're going after, go after it with conviction.
Go big or go home.
Go big or go home, exactly. And then next year we'll have, after November to December, then the next one is March the 5th next year. So we'll leave that alone.
We'll have a little break.
Yeah, and we need a little break. It doesn't actually, the planet itself doesn't actually move backward. It just appears to move backward because everything else is kind of going ahead. But Mercury rules all types of communication.
Mercury's in palm reading.
Oh yes. Yep.
Or Venus, Moon, Saturn, Jupiter. No, this is Mercury. Mercury's okay. Right here.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And Mercury
in palmistry.
The Sun, Saturn, and Jupiter. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Did you know
no,
that the planets are involved in palmistry?
I'm not really involved in palmistry, but I know that it
means independent, hard worker, driven, proud.
Yeah.
In palmistry, it's all of those things. It's your go-getter.
Exactly. And that makes sense because, you're communicating. But anyway, it does.
I just love how it ties in.
Like I say, there is so much of this stuff, and it all kind of ties in with another form of divination.
Yeah. The signs are in your fingertips too.
Exactly.
The zodiac, your sun signs.
Oh wow. Okay. Learn something new all the time. But Mercury is ruling communication, and it's 2 important documents, like your wills, your leases, your mortgage, your if you were buying a home and doing loans. You were doing like a house closing, you want to be careful of anything like that. And if you're absolutely, something happens and you do have to move and you do have to get a new home, and it does have to be during Mercury retrograde, you know what, there's some things that you have to do when you have to do. The thing is just look at the fine print and go over it and over it and over it and study it well and make sure that you've made allowances for anything, that can go
I got
wrong.
another question. I'm just thinking about a situation I'm aware of. When people are kind of on the point of unstable,
Yes.
can Mercury retrograde exacerbate it?
I wouldn't want to say, but probably their communication at that point would be
Well,
way out there
definitely
anyway.
breaking down in
Yeah.
communication.
Yeah,
That is a
way out
definite in
there.
this situation I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Mary Henley says hello.
Hey, Mary Jane, it's nice for you to join us. You have to get in and see the new store. She's family.
Oh, okay. But yeah, and too, another thing for Mercury would be your computers, your iPad.
Yeah, we've
Your
all
cell
talked
phone.
about that.
Oh yeah. Oh yes. Your cell phone. Even like you wouldn't even believe it, but like traveling, your luggage. If you're traveling and you've got your laptop or whatever, and you're getting a cab and you're going somewhere in the city, it's a good idea to have your business card on the bottom of it, just in case you happen to get out of the cab and it's gone.
I have another question.
Yeah.
Could it, like people that are aware of the planetary movement and stuff like that, does it affect those people more, or is it just we notice it more?
We notice it more.
Okay.
We notice it more.
Mary Henley replied back with I will.
Excellent. So it's not suddenly gotten worse. It's just I
No,
see it more because
no.
you're educating me.
Exact, and that's what it is. It's more education than anything. Because if you didn't know about it, you'd just think, oh, gee, that month, why was March, April so hard? That's what it was. But you had no idea at the time. And then
You're
you
right,
might
I said
begin,
that before.
and then you would say again in July, oh, why is it so difficult? Oh, well, we got through that. Just a rough spot. But no, you're just more aware of it.
Okay.
And to be aware of it then too, if you're going to go out and buy Christmas gifts or whatever, and your kids want electronics, then you know better as to when to get them and when not, like when to wait.
Now if you're saying a few years ago, my kids were young, they were all teens, and we went out and bought them all tablets.
Yeah,
for Christmas.
exactly. Yeah.
Every friggin' one of them broke. And I had the warranties. I bought the
yeah.
extended warranties.
Yeah.
There was nowhere on that paper with a number to freaking call. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. How can
Yeah.
5 of them break?
Yeah, exactly. But it's true. It's true. Like, and too, if you're going to get a new vehicle, please don't go and get one during Mercury retrograde. You can if you're really stuck to get one, but you know what? You could end up having problems or regretting buying that particular vehicle at a later date.
Okay. I'm just wondering if that year, this has got to be 6-7 years ago now, if it was Mercury retrograde when we bought them. Because I've been actually an early shopper.
Oh, okay.
I was always early. I was always done by December because I couldn't handle the crowds. And I would be at like 7 o'clock in the morning. As soon as Walmart opened, I would be there between 7 and 8 doing my shopping.
Yeah, exactly.
And so I'm just wondering if it was in retrograde then. Because what are the chances of all 5 of them breaking?
I would say no.
I never bought that brand kid.
No wonder.
I blamed it on the brand, but it might not have been.
Yeah.
Do you remember that, Kai?
What?
When we bought you all the tablets and they all started breaking?
And too, during the retrograde period, like it's hard to get a decision from other people. Like, if you're asking them, okay, are there jobs available? But no. Well, or even like to go to the dentist or the doctor. I'm sorry, no openings. What I will do on a Mercury retrograde, I'll give them a call 3 or 4 days in a row because Mercury retrograde, somebody's going to turn around and cancel.
Yeah.
Guess what? You're in.
Yeah.
So that's what I kind of like. That's one of the good things that you can do during Mercury retrograde. You're thinking, oh, gee, I really want to get that filling done. And they're telling me that I have to wait another month. Call them. Because during Mercury retrograde, 9 times out of 10, somebody's going to cancel. And you're going to be able to get that appointment.
Very cool.
So,
A good little tip.
Yeah, good little tip. Like all that's saying is just, work with me, guys. So it might be going backward, but that's all right. Yeah, do not close on a house if you can at all. Don't. Even verbal agreements, like, during the Mercury retrograde aren't great. But yours, would have been made before that.
I've
that would
been
have been
after this
fine.
place for months.
Exactly. Yeah. But no, it's just like I say, it's something that you really kind of want to watch. Watch what's going on.
My mom always says, forewarned is forearmed.
Exactly. Yeah. And even if you were a manager, and you're looking for people for a job, you're going to have difficulty in trying to choose the right candidate for the job. So really, if you're looking for a job, wait until about a week after that Mercury retrograde. Then go out again and start. What else have we got? What other things have we got to watch out for? If you send a fax or anything to anyone, make sure that you follow up with a phone call.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10. What fax? Never came here.
That actually happened to my husband just before he came home from vacation.
Oh, is that right?
Because he has to fax brokers a lot.
Oh, okay.
Right? To get the loads through customs.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't know what's going on, but I sent them the receipt of the last fax that it went through.
Well, but that's what you want. You want the thing that says, hey, yes, it said there, it was successful. It went through. So you have to go that extra mile. And to be careful about who you're sending emails to or who you're sending a text to. I've done that more than once. Go and send it to somebody and, my name isn't Susie Q. Who are you sending this to? And it's just like, oh dear, So just be careful of your email, especially if you have any sensitive emails, or whatever. Like if somebody was.
So no naked photos.
Yeah, well, exactly. No. To this time of Mercury retrograde, it's just famous for the computers crashing. Famous. And of course, that's always hard. Always hard.
So can you smudge and stuff?
Yes, you can smudge and stuff, but you know what?
It might help you focus more.
Yeah, it might help you focus more, but just back up all your files on your computer so that you know that you've got everything if it does crash, And to appliances are notorious to break during the Mercury retrograde. Just ask me. I'm still waiting. Anyhow, but and sometimes when one of them will go, depending on how old they are, it'll seem like 2 or 3 of them go. One right after the other. Not nice. What else have we got? Yeah, don't buy or sell anything that's really expensive over the Mercury retrograde phase. What's that? No, but I'm talking if you were going to sell your car, wait until after the Mercury retrograde. I'm talking.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's funny too. We had a lot of trouble with the debit yesterday and the tapping and stuff. Oh,
exactly.
Jackie Watson says my phone has been working like crap.
Mercury retrograde.
Yep. I hear. And like I said, even their phone calls, honestly, it won't matter whenever you figure, okay, I can go downstairs and do the laundry. I don't have the phone with me, guaranteed that's when it will ring. It's almost like they can see you. It's funny.
At least Mercury can.
Well, I don't know, but you still feel like the other people can see you too. And buying things like an air conditioner because it would be electronic.
And
so,
yeah.
And you certainly don't want that to go on the fritz, the hottest day of the summer.
Well, I was thinking air conditioners because it breaks down communications. They're not working properly.
Oh, yeah. But, have your luggage well marked so that it doesn't get lost. And try and have a business card or something on the bottom of it, on the bottom of your laptop or whatever, just in case. And when you're traveling, of course, the airport, 50-50 chance of your luggage being there anyway.
Yeah.
But during Mercury retrograde, really look after yourself.
So,
if you really need it, have it in your carry-on.
Besides the do-over, is there anything good about Mercury retrograde? Can't all be bad.
Well, like I said, if you're looking for appointments or stuff like that,
yeah,
you can do that. You can actually, if you wanted to go and take a trip just for pleasure, sure, go ahead. But just realize, there could be a little bit of delays or something. But actually, it's a good time.
It might actually bring new experiences.
You know what? If you're not rushed and you're not worried about anything, then it's going to be fine anyway. You know that there's going to be a few little hiccups. So what?
Well, I'm just thinking sometimes sidetracks are the best experiences.
You better believe it.
Yeah. I was sidetracked and now I have a story.
Yeah. And too, like sometimes if you're doing a trip or whatever, you might want to, I really had a good time when I went to visit my brother in South Carolina or whatever. I'd really like to do that again. Go and do that. It's kind of like a do-over. It's, reuniting family. And that's always good,
Excellent. I just don't I actually like Mercury, at least in palmistry.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't want to think he's just a big pain.
No. Well, without Mercury, I mean, hey, Mercury is our communication, it's our social skills. It's our way of travel, I mean, good God, where would we be without electronics?
Exactly.
We'd be in an awful state. So,
well, we'd still be with horse and buggy.
Oh, no, we don't want that.
Oh, my mom would.
No. Well, sorry. No, not doing that. I'm really not doing that. And two, during Mercury retrograde, romance tends to go haywire. There's miscommunication. I told you to pick up the milk. Well, guess what? They didn't hear it, whatever. And to change their mind. Yes, we're going to go to the party on Saturday. No, don't want to do that. What do you mean? No, I just decided, no, I don't want to do that. So it's just different little things.
So be careful in communicating.
Yeah. If it retrogrades in your sign, delays and frustrations will be even more so.
Sorry, all you Aries.
Yep.
Oh, it will eventually retrograde in Cancer.
Oh
yeah. That's my phone.
But not.
Please. Oh, it's way over here.
It won't retrograde in Cancer until next July. A year.
We're safe for now, Justin.
Yeah. So that's a good thing.
Justin and I are both Cancer.
Oh, well, yeah.
What a space. I can't get over the space we have.
Oh, I know. Well, it's absolutely, to me, it's absolutely great. Absolutely great.
Sorry, I got sidetracked. It's Mercury.
No, that's all right. So what if you can't put off a decision until a later date? If you can't wait a few weeks, you couldn't wait for a few weeks to get in here.
No.
You proceed anyway, but you know the situation, and all you're doing, you're just kind of dotting your I's, crossing your T's, and making sure that everything is as it should be. Read the fine print.
A decision that you can't put off is one to go cautiously through.
Exactly. Yeah. And I'm sorry, life is not that way that you can just say, okay, I can't do this during Mercury retrograde because, well, some things you're absolutely stuck and you have to. Does that mean that you can't buy your house? Does that mean that you can't buy a car? There's some things that do have to be done. So you just have to go with it, but be careful. Just watch the fine print. Yeah, there was one thing here that she had said. Her daughter had got a nice laptop during the retrograde. Anyway, and no, she was fine. She got a Mac. Everything was great. She said, well, was there any drawback? Yes. She said, I'm sorry I didn't get the bigger Mac. So anyway, she ended up selling the computer. Well, but had she waited a little bit, it probably would have been better. But like you said, really, if it's Mercury retrograde and if you possibly can do something and wait it out for that 3 weeks, go ahead. But if you can't, good God, just go.
Well, life doesn't stop during.
No, life does not stop during Mercury retrograde. That's just the way it is. Getting better? No, I just thought I heard someone at the door there.
I think it's for Ken.
Oh.
So, we any questions?
Yeah, we got any questions there, Jesse?
Maybe I'm asking everybody's questions for them.
Oh, right.
Because I'm full of questions about this.
Yeah.
Do the other planets go into retrograde?
Yes. Yeah. And actually, we're gonna do a little community night of that.
April 13th.
April the 13th. Yeah.
That's going to be on Friday the 13th.
Yeah. That's all right. Yeah. But yes, the other planets will go retrograde as well.
Jackie Watson said it may cause you to have a better contract from your caution.
Exactly. Right on. She gets it.
Yep.
Absolutely. What if you were born under a Mercury retrograde?
That would be interesting.
That would be interesting. So it's been said by some, those who are born under a Mercury retrograde, that they're almost kind of immune from much of the mayhem that it causes. I don't think so, but I think really they're probably just a more reflective person anyway, and they'll stop and think things through a little better. So, and you can find out too when you get your chart done if one of your planets is in retrograde or whatever, it'll have a small R, almost like a little R, a little line through it.
When I first learned about Mercury retrograde from you in January, I went looking to see if Mercury is in retrograde. I wanted to see if I had the immunity. I don't think I was, but when you did my natal chart, were any of the planets in retrograde?
And you expect me to remember that, especially during a Mercury retrograde?
I really have to take it in. So it will just have an R.
It'll just have an R with almost a little line through the end of through the bottom part of the R, and that just means a retrograde planet. And like retrograde, I mean, like I say, they're not all going to be going forward whenever we're born or whenever there's something special going on in our lives. It's just the way the planets are. They move a little bit ahead, and then it seems like they stop, and they'll go backwards, or they appear to go backwards.
Well, what it is they slow down and everything's going.
And everything else is going. Yeah. But anyhow, okay. Another thing we might want to look at is watching Mercury, what they call the switch point, and the switch point is actually the day that it would turn retrograde. That's the one that I would be watching out for the most. About a week before Mercury turns retrograde and a week after it turns retrograde, still be careful. Like, I wouldn't be getting your electronic stuff if you can help it, or I don't know, like I say, going and buying a car, buying a house or whatever. But just the day that it actually turns a retrograde, that's when, your computer is going to crash, or there's going to be there's going to be problems with it. So if you've got a choice as to when to sign the papers or initiate an action, just make sure that it's when Mercury is, going on an even keel. It's Mercury is more powerful on the onset and on the finish date. So on the day that it starts and on the day that it actually stops, those are really, really key times. So you don't want to be signing anything or, getting your car, getting your house, whatever.
So wait till the 16th.
Yeah. Well,
I've been telling him
I would wait a little bit.
I can't get him to wait too long.
No, well.
He's being accommodating and not.
Oh, yeah. But anyhow.
I thought I was safe on the 15th.
We'll look. But anyway, is Mercury retrograde all bad? And no. And like your mom said, it's useful because it causes you to take another look, take a better look. Because how many times are we rushing through life?
True that.
We're rushing along. We don't consider it, Yeah.
Darlene Doran says, hope to get onto the new store soon. Heard so many positive things about the new store.
Oh, I can't wait, Darlene, till you get in.
So it allows us to stop, look, and listen, like your mom said, and redirect your energies. And two, I don't know, it just helps you find closure in certain situations. Like, you're looking more carefully and saying, okay, you know what, this is my best plan of action. So it's good. And a lot of the time during Mercury retrograde, some of your old friends are going to come back into your life. And that'll be a time when it'll happen. And that's kind of like one of the fun things that you can say, with Mercury retrograde. Mercury ruling brothers, sisters, your community, your friends. So, works out good.
Darling just commented sorry into because she had previously typed onto.
No worries, darling. Oh.
And Jim said closer and change, question mark.
I don't understand, Jim, what you're asking. Closer and change. Read it back.
Yeah, actually, Mercury retrograde, I guess. But some people have said it's kind of like walking through glue. It just kind of makes you, you better take a look, be a little bit slower.
Unless your plans have already been set in motion before.
Well, exactly. And if your plans have already been set into motion, then, I mean, even if you had you had your resume out there or whatever, and somebody gave you a job offer, take it. Some job is better than no job. But just be aware, there could be something better coming on down the road, and you'll probably want to go with that. And if a meeting is postponed or canceled, you know what? Maybe you need more time to get more information. So sometimes that's handy too. And if you're in sales and stuff like that, it gives you a chance to go back to old customers. Oh, by the way, did I let you know that, we now have a new shop and we're doing whatever, it's a good thing to do that. And two former customers like being contacted under the Mercury retrograde because it's kind of like, oh, I thought they forgot all about me. But hey, they've let me know what's going on, and that's good. Two, a lot of the time, if you're, how we kind of misplace things and whatnot.
Yeah.
A lot of the time, you will find it under a Mercury retrograde.
I just think there's been a lot of misplaced things today, hasn't there, Ken? And yesterday. It's 20 to 8, Robyn.
Oh my golly, I can't believe it.
Unless that clock is wrong.
Yeah. But no, that's right. But anyway, Mercury rules anything that begins with a redo, reassess, repair, repeat, redesign, revisit. And it's always human nature to want to hear that new opportunities are coming our way, but sometimes we have to step back and take a look and do over.
I don't think that's a bad thing to have to slow down your pace for a little bit.
Well, because you know what, sometimes you just get in so much of a rush that you forget to breathe.
Yeah.
And you need to stop and just take that time and say, okay, it's kind of in a flux right now anyway. I may as well just, calm my nerves.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Oh.
Jim replied back with Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde means closer and change, question mark.
Does it mean things are closer and change?
Is what he's asking.
It's definitely changed.
Definitely change. Just a redoing of whatever,
Yeah. Like, I know people are probably getting sick of hearing it. This time, during Mercury retrograde, when I opened this location, it gave me a chance to tick all the boxes. There is no more what ifs. What if I advertised? What if I had a bigger location?
Yeah.
What if this? What if that? There is no more what ifs.
Yeah. And it's just it's a redo time. A redo, rethink.
And you want to hear the most ironic part of the story? When last summer, I came downtown looking for rental space, retail, like commercial space, I wanted this building. I stood outside the door and I talked to my landlord because he was getting the other side ready for the candy store.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And I'm like, this is where I want my store to be.
Yeah. And it's ideal because, it's so, I don't know, to me, it's just a really good spot.
Oh, it is. And then during the Mercury retrograde, it
It all
That's
came
what the
together.
redo. Like, this is the very first spot I have ever considered for my store. I couldn't get it. I took the other location, which was a great learning experience. Miranda's a wonderful person. I love her dearly. I got to make some good friendships, and I got to meet all you wonderful people, and I got to learn a lot. But now in the retrograde, I am redoing it the way I would have done it last summer in the spot I would have chosen.
It's funny then. You're saying what you would have picked last summer would have been this place, but you made do with the other, and guess what? You did it over.
Yeah.
So absolutely,
So
absolutely makes
definitely
sense.
a redo.
Yeah.
And it's definitely changed.
Oh, for sure, for sure. But anyway, and not everything goes wrong during the Mercury retrograde. Sometimes if you're self-employed and you're turned down on an assignment because the price the client's willing to pay was too low, the same client might come back after the retrograde and, redo the offer. So, saying that the price is right. So, but anyway, it's not all bad.
No.
It's not all bad.
For me, this retrograde is fantastic.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. What's not to like? But anyway, what are we doing for time, girl?
Yeah. We should probably get towards that reading because it is 22.
You got a question?
Jackie Watson says, so it would be a good time to redo important plans.
Yes, redo important plans. Just don't sign anything, Jackie. Don't sign anything. Think it all out. Write it all down, what you want to do, but don't sign. Till maybe a week, 10 days after the retrograde goes, straight again. That would be good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll take a look at my ephemeris for you
I'm just curious to know.
Yeah.
Just curious to know. So, have you made a list of all the numbers, Ken?
Yeah.
All right. The number that Doug chose tonight is 43. So whoever's closest without going over.
Without going over. That would be Janice Quinn with, I guess it's 38.
There you go, Janice. You've won a reading. Let's see what the cards have to say for you during this Mercury retrograde. I know, I'm sorry. It's been so chaotic, and I'm just kind of like winding down now. And I just sat for more than 5 minutes.
Well, Well, it's been a busy time for you.
It has.
Getting everything, organized and in here.
So you have the Queen of Cups, Janice. You have the Seven of Pentacles. The Four of Swords. And the King of Wands. So I am going to say you've either just had a child or will be having a child. That is pretty strong, the connection to a child. So I don't know that because it's a lot harder online or doing it over the podcast.
Doug says hello.
Hey, honey, how are you? So if you're trying, now is a good time. So that's where I am going to leave that. Sorry, that dry cough. The Seven of Pentacles indicates successful in the end. Ironic how that's right on top. Successful in the end. So whatever you're striving for is going to work out. The Four of Swords indicates rest and recovery. My throat is so dry now. If you just had a baby, you're definitely going to need rest and recovery. But I feel like there's something that you're going through right now, and it's more physical than mental. And now, Robyn's retrograde is telling you, the cards are telling you to slow down, take care of yourself, be cautious. The King of Wands indicates a man in your life who is very goal-orientated, driven, focused. He is all of those positive things that we want in people. He's smart, but very goal-orientated and driven. He is going to find the best path to go. So, I know I'm not giving much info there tonight at all. And, but yeah, success is going to work out. Take care of yourself and, just take care of yourself. That's the biggest thing that is coming. Just take care of yourself. So, with that done, and we find our new groove, I am going to my little book here. I'm just all over the place today.
We'll blame it on the retrograde.
Yeah. So, simple pleasures. I think during a retrograde, a reflective time like this, a time that you go carefully and cautiously, especially in communicating to people.
Yeah.
Because, I find it happens all the time through text, through emails and stuff like that. You can't get the context.
No, you don't.
In the voice.
Yeah.
Janice Quinn says thank you.
You're welcome. I hope it was helpful. But I think Mercury retrograde makes context more difficult to interpret.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why I say, be very careful in how you communicate with people. Be very careful in how you communicate with yourself. So
True.
Simple pleasures,
Yeah.
right? Those grounding moments, those moments that you go,
Yeah.
I'm me.
Yeah.
For me, it's everybody knows, I talk about it all the time, deer are one of my spirit animals.
Yeah.
Last night, we were going up to the mall for Menzies. I had to get keys cut. And in this field, where I haven't seen deer in a very long time, 3 of them.
Oh, nice.
And it was just like,
Yeah.
that's it. It's telling me breathe.
Exactly.
You know, enjoy the beauty, enjoy the majesty in these animals, and just breathe.
Yeah.
Janice Quinn replied back with, it was.
Excellent. So just take time and breathe to you too, to everybody out there. I don't know what your simple pleasure is. I don't know what it is that speaks to you. I can only tell what speaks to me, right?
Yeah.
But whatever it is, find your simple pleasure. That's really important because the cards are indicating so much change. Mercury retrograde.
Is saying,
I'm sure.
Slow down, whatever. Do
You're
things.
seeing,
Yeah.
But in the other planets in the zodiac, I'm sure you're seeing lots of change. Right now is a significant time of change. We've had 2 blue moons already.
Exactly.
Which is, to me, significant of
Oh,
change.
for darn sure.
This is kind of like a year on steroids.
An exceptional time.
Yeah, and I think with everything amped up so much, we're really going to focus ourselves. Grounding, simple pleasures, whatever it is that speaks to you.
Yeah.
Just take that and be aware of it. Consciously acknowledge it. And the second blue moon was a great time for intentions.
Oh, for sure.
A fantastic time.
Full moons are always good. They're good for manifesting what it is that you're looking for. New moon, set your intention. The full moon, whatever you're looking for should be coming into being.
I got a question. It's a personal question. You don't have to answer if you don't want to. Do you do a full moon intention ceremony or anything like that?
No, I don't. No.
Have you heard of them?
Oh, yes.
That is something I would like to do.
Well,
for people that are just getting into this, just finding their way.
Yeah.
And you're the astrology lady, Moon is astrology. Is it something that you'd be comfortable with? If not, I can lead it.
Well, you know what? We'll talk on that. See what's out there, and see if there's anything
cleansing,
like a special moon or whatever, like depending on where the new moon is, the full moon is, because
Yeah, I just find it very cleansing. It's kind of like Catholics going to confession.
Yeah.
You can release that.
Yeah.
And so that is something I would really like to do with our customers.
Yeah.
Maybe we could do some sort of a community night on it or something.
Well,
but releasing your intentions or setting your intention, just something by the power of the moon, right?
I haven't done that, I don't know, astrologically sort of thing, but as far as drumming and stuff like that, yes, doing things like that.
Zen is planning on hosting a drumming circle on the next full moon.
Oh, is she?
Yes, I was invited down. I have to get in touch with her to see if that's going to be open to the general public.
Oh, well.
But it's something I want to get to.
Yeah.
Elizabeth Silver says, I do full moon rituals.
Yes, you do. You're the one who made me think of it, Liz.
Yeah.
So it is, but it's something I'd like to share, especially to the people getting into awareness or, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So your simple pleasure, I'm going to go back to that because we got to start closing soon. But now is definitely the time to acknowledge that gift. It's a gift.
Yeah.
Your simple pleasures are a gift to you.
You better believe it.
A gift from the universe, a gift from spirit, a gift from whatever you want to call it. But they are a gift for you. A pat on the back, an acknowledgement of just breathe.
Yeah.
So really focus on your simple pleasures and acknowledging them and being aware of them, because there's just so much energy.
There's so much energy out there, and you know what? Sometimes you just have to take time. Just take time for yourself.
Yeah,
Whether
process.
it's just that cup of tea, whether it's a 5-minute breather,
Reading the
whatever,
funnies.
you know, or whether it's, you know, going and visiting someone in a nursing home and saying, okay, you know what? There, you've spent a little bit of time with somebody and you feel good about that.
Exactly.
So
people, I'm just acknowledge your simple pleasures at this time. So I guess that is everything for our show tonight. Thank you, Robyn.
Oh, you're
Fascinating
welcome.
information. Fascinating. You've always fascinated me with your much great.
Well, I just hope that, you know, everybody realizes it's not all bad. It's not all bad. Just take a step back, take a look at what you're doing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we will be here again next week, and we will get the topic decided, and we will let everybody know, of course. And but our workshop is the 27th of April.
Yeah.
We're going to be making the Tree of Life, and our community.
Yeah. Community. Yes, the 27th is the workshop. That's the Tree of Life, and the community night is April the 13th, and that will be the retrograde planets. So.
And just give more detailed information.
Yeah.
I think it's just getting too warm in here. We're by the heater now.
Well, it is, and that heater is.
I noticed your face is getting a bit red in your ears.
It's one of the big old reds, if anybody knows what I'm
Yeah.
talking about, and they are strong.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can feel
It is
just
kind
like
of
my
heat.
cheeks are just burning.
But I just want to thank everybody for joining us on this very special podcast. It was our first one in our new location. I hope you enjoyed our content, and like and share everything. But I'm just going to say love and light, and just have the very best night, and come and see the new store.
Love and light, guys. Take care.
Bye now.